Namaste students, welcome all of you. I am Leela Jadhav from KTHM College Nashik. Today I am going to discuss with you about the second chapter, that is elements of cost and cost sheet in SY BCom level semester 3. This is chapter 2. It contains elements of cost, that is material, labor and other expenses. Next, classification of cost, and next, preparation of cost sheet. Therefore, today I am going to discuss in my lecture only preparation of cost sheet, its meaning, definition, purpose, determination of selling price, cost elements, overhead, estimated cost meaning, categorization of expenses and non-cost items, and lastly we will learn about cost sheet format. What is cost sheet? Cost sheet is a detailed statement which shows the analysis for the different elements of cost of the job or a product. The cost data incorporated in cost sheet are collected from various statements of account which have been recorded in cost account, either on day-to-day basis or regular basis. Cost sheet is defined as a document which provides for the assembly of the estimated detailed cost in respect of a cost center or cost unit. This definition given by CIMA London, and cost sheet is a statement usually prepared to present the analytical cost of total production during a particular period. There is no fixed form of preparation of cost sheet, but in order to make the cost sheet more useful, it is generally presented in columnar form. A cost sheet serves the following purposes. First one, discloses the cost per unit as well as the total cost of output. It discloses the various elements of cost. It is useful for calculation of tender price, as the selling price may be fixed in advance. It helps the management to find out the causes of variation and take steps eliminate the factors which are responsible for increasing total cost. It is possible by making comparative study of the current cost with the past results and standard cost. It enables manufacturer to keep a close watch and control over the cost of production. It helps the management in formulating a definite useful production policy. After understanding of cost sheet meaning and purposes, we need to understand determination of selling price. For this purpose, I will give a simple example of Mr. Anil. Suppose Mr. Anil starts a small business. He starts jewelry manufacturing unit. He starts business, but he don't know how to determine selling price of product. He goes to his chartered accountant for guidance. Chartered told him about selling price. Selling price are divided into two parts. First, estimated cost, and second, profitability. Therefore, cost plus profit is equal to selling price. Here note that cost sheet is a statement of estimated cost and profitability. For better understanding of cost sheet, we will learn this chart shows elements of cost. Elements of cost are divided into three parts: material cost, labor cost, other expenses, and each cost divided into two parts: material cost direct material and indirect material, labor cost, direct labor and indirect labor, other expenses, direct expenses and indirect expenses. Direct cost is that cost which identify in one unit cost. Indirect cost is that cost which do not identify in one unit cost. All direct cost aggregates as prime cost. All indirect costs called as overhead. Meaning of overhead is overheads is aggregate of indirect cost, that is indirect material, indirect wages and indirect expenses. Overheads are four types. First one, factory overhead is related to production, and second, administration overhead is related to office. Next, selling overhead is related to sales, and fourth, distribution of overhead is also related to sales. From beginning to sale, each product goes through three stages in production department. These are the factory overheads. In administration department, these overheads are divided into two parts: production related overhead and general overhead. Selling and distribution department. In this department, expenses of sales for promotion of sales. Here, note that all costs related to manufacturing of products and its administration and marketing are all together added up. After adding the desired profit, sales value may be determined. In this way, we understood determination of sales value. Now let us learn about distribution of overhead. For this purpose, we will learn about estimated cost. So, what is estimated cost? Cost sheets are divided into two parts: estimated cost plus profitability. Estimated costs are three elements: material, labor, and direct expenses, and each element divided into two parts, that is direct cost and indirect cost. Direct cost is called prime cost, is directly allocated. Indirect cost is called overhead. Overheads are absorbed or apportionment. Overheads are factory overhead, administration overhead, selling and distribution overhead. In this way, Mr. Anil set up the business with the help of chartered accountants, and Mr. Anil gathered all expenses, but he is not knowing how to categorize these expenses into various costs and overheads. He don't know which expenses to transfer into direct cost and which into indirect cost. Mr. Anil's CA helps him for categorization as per following way. Let us see one by one wages of workers of sugarcane department. Wages paid on the basis of number of units produced. Here cost is identified in one unit. We know how much units are produced, its value. It is direct allocate to labor cost. And the second, wages of maintenance. These expenses incurred in factory for machinery maintenance, it is direct cost. It is factory overhead. And the next, wages of supervisor and watchman of factory. Here note that where work is done in factory, these wages are indirect labor cost. Add in factory overhead. Number 4, sugarcane required for manufacturing of 1 kg jaggery. Where material is used in factory, sugarcane direct material. Here raw material required for 1 kg jaggery is identified, so it is direct material. Next, oil required for manufacturing of 1 kg jaggery. These expenses don't identify in 1 unit cost, it is indirect cost in factory, hence it is factory overhead. Next, motive power. Where motive power is used in factory, it does not identify 1 unit cost, so it is indirect cost in factory. It add in factory overhead. Next, loose tools written off. It is direct cost used in factory, hence it is factory overhead. Add in factory cost. Next, depreciation. Depreciation on machinery used in factory, so it is indirect cost and it is factory overhead. Next, supervisor and timekeeper salary. Here note that where work is done, work in factory, here 1 unit cost is not identified, so these expenses is indirect expenses, so it is factory overhead. Telephone charges, telephone used in office, so it is administrative overhead. Next expenses, royalty. Royalty are paid in 3 types on the basis of number of units produced, is production related, so it is factory overhead. Number of units sold, these are selling and distribution overhead. On the basis of lump sum, these are factory overhead. Next, haulage. Haulage means goods transport one place to another place in factory. It is factory overhead, add in factory cost. Next, depreciation of forklift truck and salary of forklift driver. Forklift is a small machine for goods transport in factory, so factory overhead add in factory cost. Next, carriage outward. It is direct expenses allocated as direct material, add in purchase. Next, carriage outward. It's related to sales, add in selling and distribution overhead. Next, salesman salary and commission. It's related to selling and distribution, so add in selling and distribution overhead. Next, water charges. Water for production department means production related overhead, so it is factory overhead. Next, legal charges or legal expenses is office related expenses and add office and administration overhead. Next, advertising. Advertising for sales promotion, it is selling and distribution overhead. Next, director or manager salary, it is administration overhead. Expenses of delivery vehicle, it is for delivery of finished goods, so it is related to selling and distribution. Next, depreciation of repair of office computer. It's office related expenses, so it is administrative overhead. Next, rent, rates and taxes. Here rents are indirect expenses in factory, it is factory overhead. Tax paid on production in factory, it is factory overhead. Next, counting house expenses. Counting in accounts and auditing department, it is administrative overhead. Next, loss on sale of factory machinery. It is non-financial, ignore it. Next, loss by fire in factory. It is also non-financial expenses, ignore it. Income tax, provision for income tax, it is also ignore it. Obsolescence loss, it is non-financial, ignore it. Interest on debenture, non-financial, it is ignore it. Bank charges related to office, so it is administrative overhead. Next, interest income, it is income, our list only expenses, ignore it. Interest in income, rent and dividend income, profit on sale of fixed assets, tax refund, these are income and we are distribute expenses, hence all are ignored. Next, estimating. Estimating, it is a production related budgeting. It is factory overhead. Bad debt, ignore it or add selling and distribution overhead. Next, sale of scrap produce. One type, if it is abnormal, ignore it. And second type, in production department sale, factory overheads are reduced, so less from factory overhead. Next, disposal cost incurred on factory scrap produce. Here it is expenses for disposal scrap. These expenses are deducted from sale of scrap, so it is factory overhead. Next, cost of packing raw material. Add in direct material. And next, scrap value of packing and empty of raw material. This value less from direct material. And cost of packing finished goods, it is related to sales, it is selling and distribution overhead. Next, storeroom expenses. These expenses for finished goods, store expenses related to factory overhead, so it is factory overhead. Next, warehouse expenses. These expenses for finished goods, so it is factory overhead. Next, discount allowed to customer. Discounts are two types, cash discount and trade discount. If it is cash discount, ignore it. It is trade discount for promoting, so treated as selling and distribution expenses. So, is categorization of expenses. This is non-cost items are to be excluded from the computation of total cost. First one, financial income, capital profit, dividend received, brokerage and commission received, share transfer fees received, interest on investment, interest on bank deposit, rent received, bad debts recovered, interest on loan given are to be excluded from the computation of total cost. Next, financial charges, capital losses, cash discount, trade discount, penalties and fines, share transfer fees paid, interest on bank loan, interest on debenture, preliminary expenses, underwriting commission, discount on issue of shares and debenture, loss of investment, capital expenses, interest on capital, salary or commission paid to partners, income tax, wealth tax, interest on debenture, reconstruction expenses, development expenses are to be excluded from the computation of total cost. Next, appropriations, bad debts reserve, dividend paid, charitable donation, transfer to reserve, sinking fund, debenture redemption fund, machinery replacement fund, investment fluctuation fund, etc. are to be excluded from the computation of total cost. Next, abnormal. Abnormal wastage, abnormal idle time, loss by fire, loss by theft, loss of stock, insurance, premium, etc. are to be excluded from the computation of total cost. After categorization of expenses, now we learn about cost sheet. Cost sheet formats are two types. First one, basic format, also known as simple format. Second, detail format or cost sheet with stock adjustment format. First, we see basic format. This format. It contains direct material, direct labor. We allocate direct figure of direct wages. Direct overheads. Overheads are absorbed. Aggregate of direct material, direct labor and direct overhead, we get prime cost. In prime cost, add factory related expenses, we get factory cost or works cost. In factory cost, add office expenses, we get cost of production. Cost of production plus selling and distribution overheads, we get cost of sales. And in cost of sales, at desired profit, we get sales value or selling price. In this way, we get selling price of product. This is the format with stock adjustment format. It contains opening stock of material plus purchases of material plus expenses on purchase of raw material minus closing stock of raw material, less purchase returns, less sale of scrap or defective of raw materials, we get cost of material consumed. This slide continues from last slide. Cost of material consumed plus direct labor plus direct expenses, we get prime cost. In prime cost, we add factory overheads, opening stock of work in progress minus closing stock of work in progress minus sale of scrap or defective of work in progress, we get factory cost. In factory cost, we add office overheads, we get cost of production. In cost of production, add opening stock of finished goods and less closing stock of finished goods, we get cost of goods sold. In cost of goods sold, add selling and distribution overheads, we get total cost. In total cost, we add desired profit, we get sales value. With this, I would like to say thank you very much. Next lecture, we will start next topic, that is practical problem on cost sheet or tender and quotation.